All right. Ready, Freddie? Check one. Oh, I don't know. I think I know why. Okay, now try.
Check, 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 check.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, doxing Steve makes me smile. Leaving Tim and Tommy to hide. How these sources are up next. Do you need their full address? Off to market basket I go.
How are you liking the song?
Looking for
lovely.
cashews to export.
The lovely and gorgeously talented Alice Shattuck has joined us again.
Why are you acting like
What do you
this?
mean? Because you're beautiful and so intelligent.
Oh, thank
and you,
you.
you continue to look absolutely stunning. How do you do it 24/7? How do you do it 24/7? Yesterday, coming in from Boston town, you looked absolutely just perfect. Had a banner show, all sorts of buzz about the show yesterday, Alice.
Oh,
And-
yeah?
Yep, and your comedy turn.
I don't know that I
was
took
all
a
the rage.
comedy turn, exactly.
It was all the rage. And by the way, guess what I talked about today?
What did you talk about today? Bike lanes?
Correct. Something funny?
No, it's great.
Talked about bike
Love
lanes.
a little bike lane discourse.
Well, it just so happened that a great bike lane thing just fell in my lap. I'm sure you haven't seen it. But this psychotic, I don't think we had this last night, right?
No.
This psychotic on Com Ave, looks like Com Ave in Boston. Somebody had parked in the bike lane to do whatever. So he got off his bike and closed down a driving lane of Com Ave.
Right.
He stood in it.
He was waving people around.
Exactly. Because bike lane people, bikers are not insane or anything. So
Cyclists. Bikers are different.
that's what he. Oh, is it a cyclist? Oh,
I call them cyclists because I think of bikers as people that ride motorcycles.
Oh yeah, probably cyclists. And there he was. There he was, just waving people, telling people that they couldn't drive where they wanted to. He was protesting, and screw you if you don't like it. Here he is. This lane's closed.
Why is it closed?
Why is that fucking lane closed?
I'm asking you a question.
Why is that lane closed?
I don't know.
That being there kills people. All these poor drivers, they had to merge.
What is your problem?
My problem is fucking people are dying.
Have a nice day.
He's a pleasant person.
These poor drivers. Can like the disdain that he's got, like that they can't like.
Is he upset because he's like, people are dying? Is he upset because like the cycling, like safe streets person in Boston died a couple weeks ago?
He's upset because he's a self-important, self-righteous jackass.
But I mean, riding a bicycle around cars is dangerous. Yes, that's true. That's an accurate thing. And in some ways, I mean, like, I'm not convinced that the bike lanes in Boston don't make them more dangerous in some cases.
Oh, I think they do. I think they definitely make them more dangerous. But it's also like this is not a new the mindset of the cyclist feeling above everybody else is not a new thing. It's
No,
not a new
that's
thing.
true.
There is a world in which some people would say if somebody just hit the gas and drove over that guy, so he flipped over the thing and then was dead, some people would say that would be a good thing in progress. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that if that happened.
Okay.
But it was just amazing. Just amazing, like what they're doing. They're still bragging about all the miles of bike lanes they have. There's a total loss. It's a total mess. The bike lane thing didn't work. It didn't work out. And so, like, the people think that that it's some kind of victory. It's not a victory. It's a total loss. It looks terrible. It doesn't do anything. We don't need. There are not enough cyclists in Boston. Not enough people need to ride there.
Right.
And
There's not demand.
Right. And if there were, then no. If the people want to ride a bike, you've got the Esplanade. Just go ahead. But the rest of us are adults, okay? And we're doing adult stuff. So it's so freaking selfish. So selfish of these people. Like, okay, I want to be able to take my bike. No, I own this. This is all mine. No, stay out of my bike lane, a-hole. And now it's like, okay, wait a second. It snowed in my bike lane. Clear the snow so I can ride my bike more. Shut the fuck. You guys become dependents immediately. God, they suck. Oh. Come on, where are you, baby? Oh, there we are. We're showing here. I'm sorry, Alice. Alice is not on camera because she's recovering from plastic surgery, Cheswick says. Might be onto something. Let's just say they used to call her Alice Double C. She's now Alice Double D. Oh, I guess you could be on camera for that.
Yeah, I probably could be on camera for that.
Yeah. Tommy,
I'm going fully like Jeff Bezos' wife.
Oh, nice with the monster lips and stuff.
Yes.
Good. Added a third boob. Tommy says, that would be great.
Would it be great?
Would you consider doing that?
No.
Then I could add a third hand. Okay, just kidding. Okay, did anyone kick him in the taint? This was about the guy with the bike. No, nobody did. It would have been a shame if somebody pulled over and beat the crap out of that dude. Tim says, roads are for, wait for it, vehicles, not people, not bikes. Of course. They're paved for that reason and to hold moving vehicles, which right now is the automobile. Cheswick says, bike lanes are meant for douches. Yep. Splash says, I think we can all agree any cyclist, whether in a bike or lane or not, getting yeeted by a semi-truck is a good thing. I didn't say that, Splash. I condemn that, obviously. Roads are meant for cars, obviously. It's just, I mean,
But I think what's interesting is, like, for all that they tell us how wonderful biking is for all of these reasons, they seem like deeply unhappy and angry people.
Yeah.
Like, there doesn't seem
they are.
It's definitely not giving them any benefits in terms of, like, their inner zen and calmness and stuff. And believe me, I feel it from, like, us not living now around city traffic. I think that sitting in traffic all the time does make you into an angrier person.
I can.
You relate to that?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing
so I
like
can believe that, but whatever they're doing on their bicycles, it's clearly not giving them much inner peace because they seem like really pissed off people. So,
well,
like, maybe you should reconsider the amount of time you spend doing this if it makes you this pissed off all the time.
No, because bike lanes allow them to be offended and to be wronged. And so much to the point where you see these other people trying to kill me. People die. Get off the fucking street with your bike, you moron. Jesus, how many of us have to die? Shut up, dude. God. You people just suck. Just freaking just terrible. I've always had, they're just the worst. And this whole freaking homoerotic thing about wearing Velcro outfits.
Spandex.
Okay. It's like, okay, being a cyclist gives you a reason to yell at somebody and gives you a reason to dress like a gay superhero. It's like, okay, so you need it. Oh, there you go. Just buy your little get up. Nothing gay about that whatsoever. You're wearing lime green racing suit driving through Georgetown, Massachusetts. And it's also why they are miserable. They're miserable. Just like the Palantir guy was talking about Mondani voters being miserable. I found this, Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're so at peace.
And I think the average, Ivy League grad voting for this mayor is highly annoyed that their education is not that valuable. And the person down the street who knows how to drill for oil and gas who's moved to Texas has a more valuable profession. And I think that annoys the fuck out of these people.
And I think it's the same with the bike cyclists and looking at people in cars, especially ones that aren't electric. They're like, I should be more equal than these other people. I should be held in esteem more than these other people are. But, this dude just parked in my lane. I think it's the same thing, where they feel like they've been supplanted.
Right.
In a lot of ways by everybody else. I don't get it. Like when I worked with Michael Graham at Creator Media, one of the engineers who lived in New Hampshire then, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
You feel okay?
Yeah.
Good. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
One of the engineers had a Prius. This is back when Priuses were the thing, right?
Right.
And it said 56 MPG, his license plate, because he was from New Hampshire and you could have a vanity plate. 56 MPG.
Right.
What a weird preen that is. I get 56 miles per the gallon. You see? Put that in my license plate. People need to know that.
Yeah.
Odd. Oh, just an odd thing. Okay, let's listen to Jasmine Crockett. Did we listen to her last night?
No, we did not.
Because she's not going to be in Congress for that much longer, right? Isn't she going? Did she get?
No, she was running for Senate, wasn't she?
Oh, I thought somebody. I thought her district got gone.
Maybe.
Or maybe she is.
The World Cup that captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last two teams, it was Argentina and Spain.
Listen to this.
And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could guess. If you'll just let them finish the answer.
Spain had the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for them.
There's also a racist history that exists as relates to
Mr. Byer,
Argentina.
you're recognized.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Do you know there's a racist history?
Mm-hmm. There's racist history. That's why people rooted for Spain. And like I told you, in Boston with the Scots, the Tartan Army stuff, there was some discourse amongst liberals about how it was racist for people in Boston to like the Scots more than they liked the Haitians or whoever.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, liberals just need to go around finding that stuff in everything, whether it's what team you're rooting for in the World Cup versus whatever else. They have to, you can't just root for the World Cup teams and have a good time. It all has to have a deeper meaning.
I still don't like soccer. I kind of did like all the soccer pomp.
Buzz.
Yeah, I liked the buzz. I actually did see the Argentina team fans actually in Boston.
Oh.
Do you want to go to the Smithsonian talking about white culture? Right, white culture, white dominant culture or whiteness. This is the Smithsonian's talking about race publication. White culture or whiteness refers. Can you fucking imagine we're living in a world where this refers to ways white people and their traditions, attitudes, and ways of life have been normalized over time and are now considered standard practices in the United States. And since white people still hold most of the institutional power in America, we have all internalized some aspects of white culture, including people of color. So here's one: rugged individualism. The individual is the primary unit. Self-reliance, independence, and autonomy highly valued plus rewarded. Individuals assumed to be in control of their environment. You get what you deserve, says the quote. Family structure. The nuclear family, father, mother, 2.3 children, is the ideal social unit. Husband is breadwinner and head of household. Wife is homemaker and subordinate to the husband. Are you subordinate?
Yes. Can you tell?
Children should have own rooms. Be independent. Work ethic. Hard work is the key to success. Work before play. If you don't meet your goals, you didn't.
It sounds like someone's middle school presentation.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. So there you go. So
it also sounds like I saw something recently where someone was saying so much of all this leftist stuff is just bizarre cope about not getting a job and not getting your life together. It's like, oh, I can't get a job because I just don't believe in like the Western white supremacist ideals of rugged individualism and control over my own environment. You know, it's everything is, there's like so much navel gazing looking into all the reasons why I can't just go out and do anything day to day. And there's not any, I mean, like none of this produces anything or is in any way helpful to society at all.
No. Or like anybody's prospects at all. Like these are white, like these aren't even, shut up. You know, it's so like the idea of rugged individualism and working hard and being on time, these are things that just make civilizations go. We found that both people being
That's
late
just your whiteness talking.
doesn't work. I don't think I'm doing whiteness very well, actually. But like, it's amazing, amazing. Did you see that the Karolyn Boryashenko, anti-communist cult leader, the chick who 130?
Oh, I've known about her for ages. She was yelling at all you main wire.
You see what she called us?
Yes, a slur.
She
for
said, "Main wire
homosexuals."
agates jealous that my skin is better than the women they married. That I probably, your skin is better. You look beautiful.
She's not
Hot?
no.
Oh, I don't like that.
And she hasn't been in a while. Although she's lost a bunch of weight. Presumably she's on like Ozempic or something.
Which is all natural way of losing weight. Yes.
But she's just one of these like sort of grifty people. She was hanging around like the libertarian movement for a while, but she's been around and involved with like the shadiest people, generally speaking. She's not awesome.
No.
But she was like previously a liberal and then was like a libertarian and then this and then that. I mean, she's one of these quote unquote reporters that's like primarily a grifter. I'm sure your buddy Graham at the Main Wire can probably fill you in on the details.
Okay, Alice. Let's get to, here's Jasmine Crockett again, Alice.
Since the Republicans claim to be Christian, they should open their Bibles and read Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11, that states, quote, "Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them."
Did you know about that in Ephesians?
Mm-hmm.
And? Is that true?
It's true.
Wow. Aren't you cool? Here's Megan Rapinoe, or Maggie Rapinoe, whoever her name is, an idiot.
There's a bill in Washington happening right now that's going to require all girls, just like full stop, to go through a sex test, an invasive, like examining their genitals to see if they're a woman.
Yeah. And that has not worked out well historically for people to do
we
that.
know what that means. Black girls are going to get questioned more and they're going to get questioned first. We know what that means. Black girls are going to get questioned more and they're going to get questioned first.
The House.
Can I ask a question? What does that historically mean? What has historically happened when we've had sex tests for sport? It also does not have to be invasive. You can do a cheek swab and see what someone's sex is.
Well,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, it's not happening. But what they're saying is, it's the left essentially daring people, saying, "Oh, you want to make it illegal for boys to be in girls' teams? How do you know it's a boy?"
Yeah.
So the right can say, "Okay, we're gonna check. Oh, you're gonna check genital check. It's gonna hurt black women."
What are they imagining?
This is the 2013. This is going around Portlandia skit. This is back when we were still a little bit more sane. This is when I first discovered the trans thing, and people told me to my face that if you decided you were a woman, you were.
We don't want to know the gender of the baby. We don't want to know the sex, and you know that.
I don't know your gender. I don't know Candace's. I don't know mine.
You don't know my gender?
I don't.
Do I look like a woman?
I don't know what a woman looks like.
Do you?
I just feel like I'm good at recognizing a woman when I see one.
What are you? You're a detective, a gender detective?
No, I just...
Lifting up skirts and pulling down pants and just getting in there with your magnifying glass?
I've never done that.
I didn't even consider your gender.
I know, you still don't.
I've accepted it now. I accept you're a man. I accept
Thank you.
you have a penis. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way.
Excuse me?
Is there a problem? Because we can discuss our whole family history right now if you want, Bob.
I don't think that would be appropriate.
That's your father talking. That is your disgusting father.
It's a great bit.
Yeah, but that's actually like where liberals are.
Yes. No, it definitely is. Here is
They bring that up. They'll be like,
oh yeah,
well, if you're going to start policing gender, then, like if somebody doesn't look feminine enough, they could get questioned going into the wrong bathroom.
Yeah, this is a guy named Jesse Lee Peterson who's got this podcast, and he's interviewing a trans guy, a guy who's pretending to be a woman who very much looks like a guy. And this guy does not use kid gloves.
But it's she. I'm a woman now.
Were you born a male?
Yes, I was.
And if you were born a male, how is it that you're a woman?
That's what I identify as.
But why identify as something that you're not? It's not sane to do that.
I just want to blend in as a woman. That's all I want to do. I do a pretty good job of it.
No, you don't look like a woman at all.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, Stevie Wonder can see that you're not a woman.
I don't go to clubs and do shows and dance.
Oh.
I'm a proper lady. I'm just an average woman. What is funny?
Oh, God.
What are you laughing at, Jesse?
I'm laughing at you.
But it's...
Well, and really, Alice, that's really how the treatment should be.
Well, and, it's the Ashley Webb stuff has gotten a lot of discourse, obviously.
Yes.
And, a bunch of liberals have gone like, this is wrong how conservatives are piling on this poor woman who's brave to come up there. No, she's not going to win, but, this was brave of her to come out there and she's a regular person like you or me. Everybody's being so cruel to her, blah, 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 blah. And, ignoring the fact that clearly this is a person, if you're running for the U.S. Senate, you are putting yourself out there in public. And yes, you're exposing yourself to ridicule. Like, SNL makes fun of people in the Senate.
Yes.
You're an open target then if you decide to run for Senate and be out there and like people are going to say mean things about you. And so the left pretending that they don't know that is like one whole issue that we should set aside, that like
Yes.
It's not piling on to laugh at somebody who's running for Senate. That's silly to say that in the first place. But leaving that whole thing aside, the whole thing where we're all going to pretend that Ashley Webb is even close to being normal or sane is, it's really disgraceful. And it's mostly disgraceful by people who are like encouraging Ashley Webb to be out there and exposing her to ridicule when she clearly should not be a person who's running for Senate at all.
No.
Correct? Like, if you were a person who cared about Ashley Webb, you would not want this person out here doing this.
No, God, no.
If this was your child that you raised and you cared about, you would not be letting Ashley go out there and do this, behave this way.
No. And Alice...
1,000%. And this is, by the way, Ashley Webb, this is not just about being trans. This is about, and I think that this is the case in more cases with trans people than, the experts, quote unquote, want to admit. Obviously, there are some trans people who are like relatively somewhere closer to normal on the spectrum of normalcy, right? Like I think Blair White is probably one.
Blair White is somebody who I thought was a hot chick the first 20 minutes of the first interview I ever saw.
Yeah. And so like clearly there are some people who can pass pretty well with a lot of a lot of surgery and makeup and
Sure.
stuff, and like the right camera angles and the whole thing. It can get pretty convincing, but it's not just about the convincingness of it. It's also just like Blair White generally acts like a sane person most of the time. Ashley Webb is a person who is online posting an ultrasound of her body, and I'm like, I shouldn't even use her for her, but I don't whatever. I don't care that much about it. And like asking if her ovaries look okay because she wants to have babies someday.
Yeah.
In like the ultrasound that's all male anatomy inside, claims to be like intersex, but is not intersex in any meaningful way.
No.
Just like is delusional about herself. Like it claims to have periods, like all of that stuff. This is an insane person. And just one of the several ways the insanity is manifesting is that Ashley Webb believes Ashley Webb is a hot girl.
Yeah.
And
that's my big thing is that Ashley Webb thinks that she looks exactly like Ariana Grande. Same size, same everything. She believes that. So if you had anybody at all who, like, even if my daughter thought she looked like Ariana Grande, she would need to see professional help. Not that she's not as pretty or anything. It's just she doesn't look anything like her.
Right.
It's like
no, it's like the joke used to be people thought they were Napoleon in the mental health ward, right? Like that was a bit
Sure.
If you think you're Napoleon, like that's fine. You might be a nice enough person, but you're like not okay.
No, and if you had a delusion like that, that's the mental part of bulimia and anorexia already manifesting.
Right.
Then that person would need to have professional help immediately. But these people are exempted. Somehow Ashley Webb is allowed to. We're just all playing along here.
Well, right. And I think that's the biggest problem is that the left is so unwilling to, even in like this most extreme case where this is clearly a person who's very unwell in multiple ways.
Yes.
They're so unwilling to step in and say anything. And like that same incapability of acknowledging when something is not a good thing hits them other places too, right? Like, when Spencer Pratt says we should like be putting the homeless people into institutions somewhere to like get off drugs and get clean and get mental health help and whatever, and it should be mandatory and all these things, like there's this belief by people that somehow that's like impinging on someone's like personal freedom and choice and dignity, and that instead we should give them needles because this is obviously a person who's just making an informed decision for themselves that they're gonna do heroin in the street and stumble around and go to the bathroom in the middle of the road around your kid's preschool. They're like, no, how dare you? This is so. You're hurting their human dignity when you say that. No, you're hurting their dignity because you're encouraging this insanity. And it's the same thing with the Ashley Webb thing. It's like the person who's saying this is not a good scene and this person needs to get help is not the person who's the problem. The person who's saying like, no, this is a perfectly healthy and great thing that's happening. That's the person that's the problem.
And it's
and like, I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand what it is on the left that they've so deluded themselves that they can like look at this stuff happening and be like, no, everything's great here. This is very normal and good.
Yeah, but can't you see how it happened? Like, can't you see incrementally how it happens and what the place it's coming from? It comes from a maternal compassion. And I remember one time, because I was a bitch as a child, wanting my mother to go get me nachos from the Meadow Glen Mall. So it was impossible to get nachos from anywhere. We lived in Winchester. The Meadow Glen Mall's in Medford.
We lived in a nacho desert.
We did. There was just processed nachos weren't everywhere. But little Tubby Tommy needed his nachos. And so my mother had to get them at the Meadow Glen Mall from Orange Julius, the Meadow Glen Mall. And of course, when she brought them to me, was I grateful?
No.
No, I was a bitch. And I was
You're
like,
still the same person now.
yes. And I was like, they're soggy. It's like, my mother freaking spent half an hour driving to freaking Medford. But the point is this, is that my dad would never have gone to get me nachos. Among other things, he would have said, it's 7:30 at night. This is junk. You want to be a fat balloon your whole life? No. But my mother, wanted to, and it's a thing with mothers and dads too. I know it's, you want to make the person feel, it makes you feel happy if they feel, the compassion it's like a nice thing. And cutting the little Tommy the Hut off and not letting him get his nachos, that's harder. Not affirming somebody what they want is harder. And it doesn't feel as good. And, it's like, it's easier just to cave in the short term. And you get these injections of this compassionate, warm feeling, you see? And we had a party for they, and we did this, you see? But it's freaking selfish of the parents, if anybody, to be doing this stuff whatsoever. And I like, and I just think it's terrible. And you know what else I don't like? I don't like the fact that, like, okay, you've been on Facebook posting about your son Timmy and how great he does at T-ball and this and that. And then 5 years later, you're like, oh, me and Adelaide went to the beach today. It was so fun. And like, I see. So Timmy's now gone. You're now doing a thing. Timmy has decided he's Adelaide now. And we're all supposed to play. Automatically we're all opted in.
Right. And it's funny because I've been seeing it in another context too. Like I see it in the parent context, but I also see it in the school reunion context.
Oh, yeah.
So we just had last year was my grades 20-year reunion. And I did not go because I'm old now.
You are old.
But
although you look great.
So
you look exceptionally beautiful. Probably the most beautiful in your class. I bet you are. You see that? You notice the honey, right?
Thank you.
Guess what gathers no moss?
Okay.
More honey.
True. That's what they say. So what was I going to say? School reunions. Right. So there's like a genre of posting that people do where they're like, I went to my school reunion for the first time. Like, no, people were seeing me as, Minerva or whatever. And now like they're, everyone was so nice and I fit right in with all the girls and no one dead named me. And it was so amazing. And they like post a picture and they're like the most unpassing trans person ever. And you're like, everybody friggin' knew. But like, why would you want to be lied to like that?
Yeah.
Why do you want to like go out looking like that? And that's like the most common thing you see with like tons of trans people will say like, I passed so well, like no one can even tell. And it's the biggest lie. Like everybody's lying to you. Which is like, I mean,
and a lot of these people are giving off. A lot of these people are giving off energy that they're gonna freaking explode if you don't tell them that they look like a woman.
Right.
Like the gaming store or the guy we're playing. It's she.
Right. So I mean, whatever. People want to be nice at their reunion or whatever, and not start a scene. Or people want to, and like, then just like the public crowing about how everybody had to like bend to your demands to claim that you look great and totally pass and they would never have known in a million years is like, it's so bizarre.
Well, and also it's like, okay, I'm going to use this reunion to do my thing. This isn't the 20 years. This is more my thing.
Right.
Guys, look, no, you thought this was about us 20. No, see, go ahead. Oh, you go out, right?
Right.
Let's go to another Brandon Gill cut. This is the American Bar Association honcho, and Brandon Gill has questions.
According to the ABA's website, quote, all of us have implicit biases. Would you agree with that statement?
The ABA believes that diversity, equity, and inclusion improves the practice.
Would you agree with the statement that, quote, all of us have implicit biases from the ABA's website?
The ABA believes that diversity in all of its
Is that a
realms
yes?
is
Can I
important.
take that? It's a yes or no question. Do you believe that all of us have implicit biases, as your website says?
The ABA looks to remove barriers, and we examine.
That's not my question, ma'am. Do you believe that all of us have implicit biases?
I've expressed what the ABA is doing.
That is the ABA's position, as expressed by their website. Against which groups do you have implicit biases?
The ABA believes that it's important to always explore.
Are you going to filibuster? Because it doesn't make you sound very good. I'm going to ask you again, against which groups do you have implicit biases?
It's important to always examine everyone's point of view and where they may need to consider.
It is. What about your point of view?
I am here as the president of the American Bar Association.
And I'm asking you what your implicit biases are.
The ABA is an entity.
Have you reflected on your implicit biases?
I think about how I operate
What are they?
the world constantly.
Would you like to explain to us what they are?
I am here speaking.
You know, I understand this is like a low-hanging fruit and kind of an easy gimmicky thing. But for him to consistently use their language against them is fucking classic and wonderful. Make them do... No, they want us to play the game. They make the rules based on this nonsense jargon horse.
Well, yeah, this is really what the Matt Walsh race movie should have been, because this is following the What is a Woman mold very much more closely, which is just take what they say and ask them to clarify it for you.
Right.
Because none of it makes any sense whatsoever.
No.
On behalf of the ABA and the ABA.
All right. One last thing, Allison.
Okay.
By the way, how do you get so much more gorgeous every year? You do look young as hell, and you're just gorgeous.
We're laying it on a bit thick.
This is honey. This is the honey that works better than vinegar, right?
It does.
So I get bad news for you. Here's my friend Matt Walsh, who you just spat on.
Now, Nolan does not softly coax the audience into the DEI net, easing us into it slowly but surely. No, he cranks the diversity meter up to 1,000 from the very first frame. The first character we see is the rapper Travis Scott, who somehow manages to turn in a bad performance despite appearing on screen for 12 seconds. He got 12 seconds and he completely botched it somehow. And then we see Ellen Page portraying a Greek warrior waddling around the desert like a child with a soiled diaper, straining under her rubber armor, looking like she's about to die even before she gets shot through with arrows.
So, and not to ruin it, because you're going to go see it, but I must tell you.
And I'm aware of all this, and I'm still going to see it, and a lot of people I trust still say it's a good movie, despite that. Okay.
Christian, Seamus Othot. Do you know Seamus? Works for the Meanwire. He's a reporter.
Yes, that's what I thought.
He is a Christian.
Okay.
I don't know why that means anything. Is this a Christian movie? Doesn't matter. Anyway, he saw it.
What did he say?
He said it's somewhere between Matt Walsh's positioning of it and Ben Shapiro's. So, in other words, he said all the woke stuff is absolutely all the woke stuff. At the same time, and he had a bunch of problems with some of the sound and this and that. Mm-hmm. At the same time, he said it was kind of a magnificent.
Yeah, I've heard people say that the soundtrack is kind of bleh too.
That is weird that people know the soundtrack. I don't know. I'll never see it.
People found the soundtrack not great. And the biggest complaint, biggest and most legitimate complaint that I think I've heard is interesting because has been a complaint from people somewhat ironically, Emily Wilson, she is a kind of a woke feminist classicist and famously translated the Odyssey and the Iliad in ways that people don't like. And one of the reasons people were concerned about the Christopher Nolan movie was he's been obsessed with the Odyssey and read all the translations, but he said he found her translation very influential. So people were concerned that her translation would influence the movie. Anyway, she criticized the movie and said that one of the problems with it is that in the actual Odyssey, Odysseus is obsessed with glory and will his name live on, and these sort of ancient pagan concepts that we don't have in modern times, and instead I think the word she used was like it psychiatrized or something Odysseus, like it made him into sort of a modern PTSD, war-weary, guilty, like he's guilt-ridden about like the fall of Troy, and she just feels that that's like not psychologically representative of how like the ancient Greeks would have seen the Odysseus story, right? So and that's more of a thematic thing, but a lot of people still say the movie's really good. So, and she wasn't necessarily criticizing whether or not the movie succeeds as a movie, but she was criticizing more the interpretation of like Odysseus' mental state in the Odyssey.
Sorry, I got distracted because of the like you used to, Alice, when you were part of the show. I got distracted because of the chat.
Yeah. But yeah, famously, Emily Wilson translates the beginning of the Odyssey as Muse, tell me of a complicated man.
Okay, Odysseus that I've heard from Seamus today said that he's like a PTSD guy who's got big time regrets.
That's what I just said.
Okay, the chat got me. I'm sorry about that. You're very pretty though.
Her criticism. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does that work? Does that do something for you every time you say that? Or no?
It depends how. Sometimes it seems more genuine than other times.
No, but you are pretty.
Thank you.
The whole chat all said that. 36 people just said that.
Yeah, but they're not seeing me.
Yeah, this camera's on. Okay. Here we go. Ready for the chat before we do the chat?
Sure.
Oh, I look thinner in this shot. Do I look thinner to you?
Yes. You look fantastic.
You know what I've noticed, Alice? Since I had my $2,500 worth of teeth cleaning done, my teeth look fake. Because usually they were a comfortable yellow. Now they look. Now I'm like full Rex Ryan. I mean, not quite with the caps.
That's what I want to get.
Oh, do you do? No, I like your
big
snaggles.
Chiclets.
Oh,
I want
your
a big
snaggles.
fake Joe Biden
No,
smile.
you can get fake. Yeah, no. All right. Here we go. Ready?
I can't. Should I be hearing something?
No. This is the chat.
Because it seemed like dead air.
It was.
Okay,
That's one of the things I bring to the table.
Okay.
By the way, I'm in for Grace tomorrow.
Where do you find Grace?
You can find her at AM680 WRKO or HowieCarShow.com. And we will stream
At
there.
what time?
I'm from 12 to 2. And the technology from this room right here has been working wonderfully.
Wow.
I am freaking thrilled. And these two cameras
Did you talk over any live reads today?
I did not talk over live reads today. Today I realized that somebody's monitoring me and scraping everything I said. So
so now you're on your best behavior.
But I did a good thing. Taylor and I, he's does gigs he sings like a crooner.
Okay.
And I showed him Midnight in Moscow, which is the song that I said was the old school Metallica song, essentially, by the Kenny Ball Trio. Tim and Kenton hates the song, but it's a great song. We know that. And he recognized it. And then he played the whole thing for me and him during a break.
Nice.
And he really liked it. And then we talked a little bit. We had a nice conversation, but an anodyne conversation.
Lovely.
You're lovely.
Look at you making friends.
Yeah, but Taylor's a good guy. Especially if he's sure that I'm not going to spout off. Okay. Roads are for people.
I don't think you have to go back to all the way to things people were saying 45 minutes
Tommy
ago.
calls her Lisa. He calls Liz Lisa. Lisa. Hey Tim, Tommy, hello. Stop being so friendly to each other.
Why don't you just...
I don't know. I don't screen these, Alice. Hold on.
Okay.
That shadow on Tom makes it look like he has a nose ring, Alice.
I don't see it.
Beacon and Arlington streets have been destroyed by the bike lanes. The Arlington Street thing, they're changing those up a little bit, or at least they were as of last year. It's rubbish. Arlington Street's beautiful. It's the gateway to the freaking the public garden. Chester says, didn't that city councilor stop riding her bike because she was fat shamed? Oh, was that the one? Oh, maybe she was. We have thousands of them in New Hampshire. Bike lanes, Tommy, do you? Yeah, she claims someone called her a fat bitch. That's right. I forgot about that. She did, but then she got on Ozempic. She's skinny now. The fat is waiting to reclaim her. Yeah, I think it is. I think about that. Like, if I run out of Ozempic, can I just go back to whacking out a freaking big bowl of pasta in the sink? I feel like you've declawed me. That's what I feel like. I should be out killing sparrows, but I can't. Tom, Wegovy progress update, please. The Wegovy, I still take it. I have lost a tiny bit of weight. I think. Do you think?
Yeah,
you don't have to say if you don't think.
So.
I do think so. Just like from like this shirt, which is talked about. Timmy Canton says Tom shot a confirmed soccer mode. That's not really true. I didn't watch any game. I really never would. Splash says Argentine female fans were a splendid blend of gorgeous Latinas and Hitler youth. Did they have a tiny mustache? I believe the Hitler mustache is a form of grooming that originated there. Is that true? Lots of progressives here, Splash, are overly educated in things that don't help society or give you any job opportunities. They have 6 degrees from 12th century Mongolian lesbian finger painting and think that's a flex. You're correct. I'll go through this. Okay,
I don't think it makes sense to read through the whole chat at the end of the show when we've like moved on from all these topics. No offense, guys. The comments are good, but I just think they would make more sense at the time. Sprinkled gently in.
Here's Tommy in New Hampshire. You like this one. Tom, what's with the eye chart sweater? That as well. Yes, this is Fauntleroy Academy gives these out. This is an F. If you couldn't watch Ma'am Plattner on stage at the Senate debate and not think it's Ma'am Plattner is the...
I know, I get it.
Ridiculous, but rather something we should pretend is normal. You're an idiot. Psycho's correct. Alice, Ashley could either be a dead man or a live trans. What do you think about that?
There's no evidence to suggest that transitioning helps suicidality. So
$50 says Tom transitions before 60. I come from Generation X. We don't have trans. We're not. That wasn't a choice for us. We don't do that. I also don't have a kink. I don't want to do chick stuff. I like ladies. I think they're like...
Well, there's trans lesbians.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
The Taiping Rebellion resulted in 20 million dead. It started when some wacko claimed to be the brother of Jesus. These trannies like Ashley Webb are cut from the same cloth. Is that true, Alice?
I don't know.
I don't know that too. He did Ashley Webb's... Cheswick says, Tom, you're a bitch now. That is incorrect. Oh, yeah, I was a bitch. Liz says, your poor mom. What a brat you were. I was, dude. It was terrible. I'm going to go to the end. I don't want you to yell at me, Alice, because you're so beautiful. Kim says, the white chiclet teeth on old men is weird. I totally agree. I totally agree. Tommy says Tom loves show tunes. I like some. If you mean like Sound of Music and Annie, then I like those. Do not get caps. The Trivago guy is... I agree. I agree.
Uncanny Valley.
Kim says, please say whatever you need to say to Alice to have her to come back. I know, dude. I know. But what I want to give you enough sugar every day. I will do things every day. I need you back here, Alice. It's not good when I'm alone. They hate it. Okay, here we go. Ready for the chat?
I'm ready. I don't know. I was looking at the show numbers. I think the numbers have been picking up. I think it's better without me.
Well, I'm on 67,000. I'm the biggest fill-in whore in the freaking Northeast at this point. They're like, okay, guys, should we get somebody good to fill in? And they're like, should we call Shattuck? It's like, no, he'll say yes. We try everybody else first. When they all say no, then we call him. Ready?
I'm ready.
Have you ever noticed that kids today get participation trophies for everything? When I was 19, I got a participation trophy. It was called an M1 Garand rifle. And I ran knee-deep into the English Channel and up onto a beach in France, where I was being shot at by Germans, who were actual Nazis.
Yes.
Not the fake Nazis you hear about today. and I somehow survived, but a lot of my friends didn't make it. That was the M1 Garand rifle, the participation trophy of the greatest generation.
Here, here. Here, here. Well done. Well done.
Hi, Tom. Tommy NH.
Hey, Tom.
Two of the funniest moments in history in the last day. Alice's last 5-6 minutes on the show, fantastic.
I agree.
Hit every angry over 50 white guy topic there is. And she's right. It'd be an absolute killer podcast. You would get 1 million people to listen to it. Secondarily, I listened to the Main Wire.
Yes.
The Robinson Report on podcast. So I can't really see what's going on.
Yeah.
But for people that don't listen to it, you basically have the cast of the team there on the Main Wire discussing the day's topics.
Sure.
And poor John Featherston is out in the street somewhere.
Yes.
Always in the middle of a knife fight.
Yeah.
Getting pushed around, yelled at, told to leave. And these go on during their discussion.
Yes.
And he gets into it with I think a gentleman came up to him and asked him what he was doing there. So he's having his fight while these guys are discussing the Smithsonian questioning by Brandon Gill. And out of the blue, in the middle of their conversation, they're going back and forth about what she is saying. You hear John say, "If I could do that, I wouldn't leave the house."
Yeah.
And they skipped right over it. They didn't laugh. I didn't even mention it. It was pure comedy.
So I've seen Featherston do that in person in Biddeford last week. I saw him. He did the same thing. He has retorts ready for "go F yourself." So he cycles through those.
Did you, by the way, I should send it to us again. Speaking of like boomer.
But Tommy, you're right. He is out there like totally multitasking, taking like compliments and threats.
Speaking of like conservative boomer meme content, did you see the thing that I sent us, I think yesterday, with Clavicular? He was on like a Hannity podcast.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
I think he was on.
Wait, I just resent it to you.
Okay,
Go look at this because his
Hi, Tom.
reaction's
Tommy.
very funny. This was Clavicular being on the Hangout with Sean Hannity. Oh no, he must be on Clavicular's Kick or something. Or no, Hangout with Sean Hannity must be the podcast.
So that's why like I've always found like MMA silly in like a world of technology. It's just, all these guys will learn all this training and stuff for,
And then a guy shoots him in the head.
Right.
Well, it's not just for that. I mean, I found it as a smart workout where I'm learning a skill that, may help me in a situation. Guaranteed? No. If I'd rather put it this way, close quarters, I'd rather deal with a firearm close quarters than I would a knife, especially somebody that knows how to use a knife. In other words, somebody puts a gun in my face, I'll strip it, break their finger, step back, and I'm gonna tap it, rack it, and I'm gonna rack it like this, and so I'll have 4/3 against them.
So watch Clav's
or they put it at my forehead. Oh, okay, you got me. Boom! I'm gonna go like this, rip their hand down and their arm down, and throw it into their chest, strip it, tap it, rack it, and I go. You're laughing. Why?
I said it.
This is what I do. I train, but I'm learning something as I do it. But it's also a passion. But there is pain associated with it.
Yeah.
Clavicular
and
laughed
I've done it
at
now
his,
for 15 straight years. Which
laughed in his
but it's
face.
really more. Also, I want to stay.
That is great.
Laughed in his face
That
at his recounting of how he's going to disarm the guy with the gun to his head.
That is great. So I love Hannity, but that is great. He's just personally been good to me and us where I've been.
I'm sure he's a great guy, but he is exactly.
Oh,
he is
God.
not afraid to do the gas can bit for sure.
If you're stuck on his like huge fishing boat, having cigars, which he undoubtedly has. You're gonna get this, I can strip a man's.
Yep. So I strip it, I rack it.
Why, Sean? And actually, I have more respect for Clavicular for not being able to.
He couldn't keep it together, but it is that's like a very stereotype among young people of like how the boomers see themselves and they're like armed. They're their handling of armed intruders and the way conservatives say stuff like, like the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun, and that's why I always carry, because if something happens, I'm ready. Like, they're gonna answer the call all the time. I know, and we love the boomers, obviously, guys. We love the boomers, but it's just a funny.
Yeah, but I mean, Hannity actually may be closer to be a Gen X guy now, or maybe he's not. I'm not even sure, but I see it. I see it with my contemporaries. The Gen X people are no better than. There was once we went into the North End one time when I worked at White Hand Pantry. So me and 4 other. Do you have to go?
No.
Me and we went to the North End for the Italian Festival. This is like in the late 80s, or maybe like 1990. Me and a few other guys in a friend from Wooburn's truck. And
Sean Hannity, born in 1961.
Okay. And so like 5 of us went. And including one guy from Winchester who was like this hothead, but who people knew he took karate.
Mm-hmm.
He was such a dink. And this other little dude who was from Woburn was with us. We were all in the truck. Like, most of us were in the bed of the truck driving the 93. Like, that was the thing. And at one point, the guy, the dude, the little dude from Woburn was wasted. Like, we were done, you could buy beers in bags back then, like if you were underage, which we were. And so he was wasted, and he's like, oh man. And the guy who took karate was like, I'm going to ask you to stand off, or I will have to engage. Stand off, or I will engage. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what's going on? The kid's name was Greg. I was like, what are you doing? And he lines the guy up and does a roundhouse kick. He kicks him in the head. Like, are you fucking loser? Oh, and I can't imagine he's gotten any better. And he like goes right from the roundhouse kick right to like horse stance or whatever it is. Like he's ready to strike again.
He's Jean-Claude Van Damme in the zone.
What a time. Oh.
You know what I was thinking?
Yes.
Maybe we should start an exchange program with a socialist nation.
Ooh.
Like a really bad one.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're all bad. Doesn't matter. But one that's an actual socialist nation, where these snowflakes who love to think, oh, everything would be great, could be sent in exchange for some of their residents, and just give them like 2 months to spend there and see what happens with medical, etc., and the way they collect food and pay for things and jobs and all that. Maybe we should start a socialist nation exchange program or travel service.
Yes, so when they go to that country's DMV and scream, "It's ma'am!"
Yeah, see how far it gets.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all for it.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Charlie.
It's a good thing you had Alice on yesterday.
Thank you.
Tim tried to help you out with telling people,
Oh, yes.
who you were actually in for this week.
Yeah.
And you said Grace Curley from 12 to 2 and Jerry Callahan at 10 o'clock. But you never said where to find you.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the very end of the show when Alice made fun of you, where you told us that they're on iHeartRadio, Howie Carr Show Network, WRKO, Newsmax, wherever you can listen to podcasts. I don't understand how someone who is such a fan of Howie Carr, that the shameless self-promotion just did not seem to rub off on you for some reason. Thanks.
Tom's too pure of heart.
I'm too pure of heart. That's right. I wouldn't take free anything at all whatsoever.
Well, you would, but you just don't know how to manipulate it out of people.
No, I don't. I'm too thirsty.
So that's what I mean. You're too pure of heart.
That's right. Yeah. No. I probably should.
You're not like Machiavellian.
Ooh, Alice. That's a character in the Odyssey,
Nailed it. Exactly right.
All right, Shattuck.
Yes, sir.
We need clarification.
Yes.
Although I think we know the real answer.
Yep.
So the Common Man episode 1558, Sunday night.
Yep.
You claim this is the thirsty whale incident.
Yes.
How appropriate, because this is certainly turning into quite a whale tale.
Uh-huh.
It's not even about the woman who supposedly touched your arm. It's about who you're with.
Yes.
You claimed it was your female neighbor. This is what you said earlier in the show.
Correct.
True.
But she's recently, as people know, that she's recently, they're split. The husband and wife are split. And so
It's quite the pronoun use. And then here's what you said later in the show when you didn't think anybody was paying attention.
I also said, I also said to my neighbor when we were heading there, I said, wow, I haven't been on a date in 16 years. He said, this is not a date.
He said, this is not a date. You are
That's
so
just not
busted.
speaking clearly.
The proof is not even in the pudding. It's on the podcast.
How dare you?
Hope you had a nice date with your neighbor.
That is incorrect. She is a she. Is she not a she, Alice?
Mhm.
Right. And she's attracted to me. Would you say that?
No.
Okay, liar. Lying Alice.
She's not attracted to you.
No, I would say that is correct. I would say
That's why she feels safe to go out with you.
correct. It actually reminds me of high school again. When some of my friends who had girlfriends would have me hang out with their girlfriends while they were going out to try to get other girls. Because I could be a spy and I was no threat. God, I was a loser.
Pure of heart.
I had my Orange Julius. My nachos never judged me.
Tom, I have to say,
Hey, Charlie.
you don't like funk.
Oh!
You hate slap bass.
Yeah.
And so you don't like Bootsy Collins.
No.
What's next? You don't like prog rock.
I don't like George Clinton either. Funk blows.
You don't like Rush. You don't like Yes.
Rush is its own thing.
Dude, we can't be friends anymore.
Rush and Yes are their own thing. That's not that ridiculousness. I don't love I seen all good people that thing, and then when they get rid of the music, they're a lot of work. That's Yes. Owner of a lonely heart. That's for Yes, right? Yeah. And Rush I like because I got the new hot drummer, who's a woman.
Wow.
I know it's semantics at this point,
What?
and everybody's tired of hearing it. But again, Tom, the lack of self-promotion. So even after mentioning, and you said, oh, yeah, I should really say where you can find me, you did it again.
I did?
All you said was, I'll be in for Grace Curley from 12 to 2. Okay, we got the internet. You can probably Google that, right?
Right.
And then you said you're in for Jerry from 10 to 10:30.
Yes.
Jerry who? And Jerry where? My God, man. Show notes, I don't know, some prep. Can you tell us where you can find Jerry Callahan show?
Yes.
Get an intern, please. More so for the stories that they would tell, because I'm sure it'll be some twink. Thank you.
Some twink. How dare you? That is incorrect. That is incorrect. You know what I'm noticing, Alice?
What are you noticing?
And the show's almost done, so you don't have to worry. I'm noticing that I thought I watched all of Mad Men, and I didn't. I thought I had finished out the series, watched the last season and a half, and I hadn't. This is all new to me.
It is not new to you.
Some
you
of it
just
is.
forgot.
Some of it is new to me.
It ends with the Coca-Cola ad thing.
No, I understand that. So I must have. What was happening at the time was first The Sopranos pulled this crap. There was three things that I was watching. I was compelled to watch 24, which I did sometimes, and then some of The Sopranos finish up, and then this other thing, the
Mad Men.
Yeah, and they kept taking a year and a half off. So this, this could all be in the cutting room floor. Okay.
But I mean, why not just assume that you forgot some things?
I didn't know that Dawn was subordinate to Peggy. Did you?
I don't remember.
Right.
But I'm not going around saying I didn't watch that. I just don't remember it because she didn't catalog it all.
I didn't watch it, damn it.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. Appreciate you being here. You can find the show on YouTube or at burnbarrelpodcast.com. There's links to all the places to listen.
Plug where I'm going to be, Alice. I'm going to be on the Grace Curley show tomorrow.
From 12 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
HowieCarShow.com or WRKO 680. All the places you listen to
What do you
podcasts.
suppose I might talk about tomorrow?
Probably some of the same things we talked about today.
What kind of things?
Are you doing Jerry Callahan tomorrow?
I don't think so. I didn't do it today either. The last second Jerry gave it a shot.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's great when you do all the shows in New England also.
Well,
I'm happy that Jerry is feeling better.
Well, guess who marriage is between and not between?
I don't know.
A marriage is between Adam and Eve. Guess who not?
Adam and Steve.
That's correct.
Good one.
Yep.
Yeah, so listen
Do
to
you
Tom
realize
all the places
that
he's at.
who's killed more people than my gun?
Ted
It's a little dated.
Kennedy's
Correct.
car. Yes.
I'll be saying that tomorrow. You better get ready for that.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Straight into my veins.
Guess what I'm sick of shoveling all winter?
All this global warming. Good one. These are creative. I like it. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Find Tom all the places podcasts are sold.
Oh yeah, doxing Steve makes me smile. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, doxing Steve makes me smile. Leaving Tim.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's great when you do all the shows in New England also.
Well,
I'm happy that Jerry is feeling better.
Well, guess who a marriage is between and not between?
I don't know.
A marriage is between Adam and Eve. Guess who not?
Adam and Steve.
That's correct.
Good one.
Yep.
Yeah, so listen
Do
to
you
Tom
realize
all the places
that
he's at.
who's killed more people than my gun?
It's
a little
Ted
dated.
Kennedy's
Correct.
car. Yes.
I'll be saying that tomorrow. You better get ready for that.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Straight into my veins.
Guess what I'm sick of shoveling all winter?
All this global warming.
Yeah.